Hello, Moosin here, welcoming you back to another video and a part of a new series I want to start. So, I've been really enjoying just deck building recently. It's a big passion of mine. It's one of the reasons why I love card games so much. And I really enjoy the challenges and the innovations that come about when you're deck building, and I love finding like new ideas and optimizing ratios and all that kind of thing and really getting in the weeds. But I want to do and I've been doing that recently with my ranked ladder climb on my Master Duel guide series. But what I want to do is do more of a fun deck building challenge alongside that. And so what I'm going to do for this series is go along and follow the YouTube series called Master Chef. It's a series created by MBT. The premise is each week, or each video, they get given a prompt, and from that prompt they need to cook up a deck list that follows the prompt, that sort of really innovates on the idea in an interesting way, but is also competent. It kind of needs to do both. And it's a really fun idea, and it's something that as a deck builder I'm really interested in doing. So I'm just going to do these sort of short videos, sort of going over my brew that I've created for that prompt of the video, and go through each week as such. I will leave it up to you to rate my my cook in the comments, and we'll just sort of in the video just go over the deck list. The prompt was given by Luke Von Carmen. He said the 3 ingredients was apple, chocolate, and lemon. So the Magician Girls are a series of spellcaster monsters, different attributes, different levels, but they all have the same theme that when they're attacked into, they can summon spellcasters, whether it be from the hand, from the deck, from the graveyard, right? In the case of Berry summons from deck, Lemon summons from hand, I believe, Chocolate from graveyard, and Apple is also Apple is also from hand. So when these cards get attacked into, they trigger their effects, and they can summon any spellcaster type monster that is in the location relevant to that card. So number 1, you kind of got to play something to force them to attack. Number 2, they could just get removed from card effect, right? Their effects to trigger by battle, the way to get around that is just to destroy them or remove them via other means. So my thinking was force them to attack and try and protect them. In the actual episode, MBT came up with a really cool way of getting to Yangzing Unleashed in a very consistent way. Sort of. I mean, he's running garnets and other things, and he kind of got unlucky, but the Yangtze Unleashed idea was really good. I've just opted for Savage Colosseum. It's unsearchable, right? I'm not really running terraforming. I'm already kind of going over 42 cards here, but that's just a way of all monsters must attack if able, and if any didn't declare an attack, they get destroyed. So that's just a fun way of creating a little bit of chaos in a, Magician Girl mirror. So that was fun. So the way that I've opted to protect my Magician Girls, though, is number 1, they have an archetype card called Kiwi. Spellcast type monsters you control cannot be destroyed by battle or card effects when this card is discarded from hand. The targeting protection doesn't really matter because you would need to preemptively pitch this to prevent the targeting, right? You can't chain it in response to them already having targeted the card. That wouldn't do anything. So this is mainly just pitch in response to a destruction effect to prevent the destruction on your Chocolate Magician Girls. Where we're getting the targeting protection from is Witchcraft to Hang. Your opponent cannot target other spellcasters you control with card effects. So when this is on the field and Kiwi is in hand, any of our Magician Girls are pretty well safe. And so they should stick on the field, and eventually, will net some advantage by just having the field presence. It does say other, not including itself, but there are going to be board states. I did a little bit of testing. There are board states where you can get 2 of this on the field and create a lock where nothing can be targeted. And then with the Kiwi, can't be destroyed. Kind of a very powerful sort of lock that you can create. It is a bit slow and it does take setup, but it's definitely achievable. Plenty of ways of getting to the Hane. It is a very important combo piece. Obviously, you can just bin it off of Chocolate Magician Girl, and if that gets its trigger, that's another way. I'm going to stop rambling. Hane is a very important piece. We have plenty of ways of getting it to the field. The other sort of big Witchcrafter high-level payoff we have is just this. When your opponent activates a card or effect that targets a spellcaster once you control, or if it's targeted for an attack, so like Savage, we're forcing the attack, we can Golem Maruru and just get something big on the field. Just needed to really quickly refill out the extra because when I was working on it before, it must not have saved. I have the proxy in here, and now I've put back in the target for proxy, which is just the Witchcrafter Vice Madame, a Witchcrafter and any spellcaster. So we have this on the field. Maybe we've started to generate a lot of advantage with our chocolates and our Magician Girls. We're kind of going wide here. We can go proxy into the fusion, which I think is kind of funny. We have like a Celine access code line. We're sort of playing the Witchcrafters. We're playing an okay group of spells, but this also counts spells in their graveyard, and they're probably going to be a lot of spells as well. That's just kind of the theming of spellcasters in general. I'm on area specifically. I think most people are going to recognize that Chocolate and Berry are kind of like the best Magician Girls. Summoning from grave, summoning from deck, very powerful. Summoning from hand, a little bit less consistent. Just generally speaking, like the Chocolate can kind of one card set up whatever spellcaster you want to revive, and the Berry can summon anything in your deck, which is just about anything. But I'm going to go for area specifically. I think people are going to, if they have to pick a Magician Girl, they're going to tunnel in on Chocolate. Number 1, because it was part of the prompt, and number 2, because it's one of, if not the best Magician Girl available. So that's going to let me go and make my Celine line easier. And then we have access code. Going to try and avoid the extra deck in general. I would rather just get my board set up of like the lock of like Hane, Chocolate, Lemon, Apple. Try and go wide, But if I'm feeling zesty, you can always just try like a proxy Vice Madame play as well, just for the lols, just because. But for the most part, extra deck not super relevant. But anyway, that's my build idea. It was kind of like a really interesting prompt. This one was a ton of fun, trying to think of ways of feeding into the Chocolate Magician Girl theming, trying to cover their weaknesses as well. There was definitely a lot of drama early on with what exactly the judges were judging on. So it'd be great if you could let me know what you think. Is this sort of boring? Is this sort of too stock standard? Is this not spicy enough? Or is this a good cook? You let me know. And I'm excited to continue the series with the next episode. See you later.